What's up, guys? My name's Kyan. The boys at Draw Logic are hosting me today, and I've already done an Imperial Digimon deck list. The deck's literally right here next to me while I'm filming this. And today I'm going to be showing you one of my absolute favorite decks in the format for Digimon. And that's going to be green Ceresmon. So anyway, green Ceresmon. It's currently March 22nd. The ban list doesn't happen until April 1st. And this deck is at full power, and it is ridiculous. This deck is undefeated tonight. Out of 7 games, I didn't drop a single one. Let me show you why. Well, let's get into it. For starters, the babies. 2 Minimon and 3 of the Argomon baby. The Argomon baby is the absolute best thing. You want to see this in all of your Ceresmons. I'm considering bumping it to 4 and knocking one of these out and switching the other one for a Tandemon. Going with rookies, we're starting with 4 of the Agumon for green. Very simple, is inheritable. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. Ceresmon becomes a 13k. Next, we hit the vanillas. My deck is currently running 4 copies of a Ruralmon, who is a 2 to play, 2 to Digivolve. You never want to Digivolve into this card. 5000 attack at a rookie. This thing will beat through most champions. You can basically drop this turn 1, turn 2, swing with it. The only things that are going to kill it in the security are level 5s, level 6s, level 7s, and certain option cards. That's it. Next we play 4 of the rookie Argomon. It's very simple. 2 to play. 3000 beater. Easy to play rookie. It's all that green's about, is getting your board and sustaining it. Next we're playing 2 Tentomon. Inheritable, on attack, suspend one of your Digimon, of your opponent's Digimon, for 3000 DP or less. It's not going to come up much. But when it does, it actually feels kind of good. And the most annoying thing about this deck, one of the most annoying things about this deck, is these 2 Terriermons. I don't know who the hell messaged me. Memory deny. Your opponent, all turns, your opponent cannot gain memory except by tamer effects. It's a wonderful card. I would not run more than 2. Moving on to champions. This is where I need a little bit of wiggle room, because I do not have everything for this deck yet, but it is still undefeated. 4 Ogremon. These are supposed to be Kabuterimons. I only have 1. And he is not in the deck. I don't know where he is. But I like jamming. And he's an easy blocker bait. I mean, come on. Next, this is another card that I don't have 4 of. Mostly because I got rid of all of my stuff. But 3 Woodmon, the blocker. Need I say more? Next up, we're playing 3 copies of the weaker Kabuterimon, Gargomon. Exact same effect as the Kabuterimon, except he's a 5 to play, 4,000 attacker. Basically the exact same card. Next, for the vanillas, the Dark Tyrannomons of the deck, Vegemon. Vegemon is such a fun card. He's a 1-drop Evo. You can make your opponent start their first turn with 1 memory. Why wouldn't you? And we're not hitting the bread and butter just yet. That's coming in the level 5s and level 6s. Our last level 4 is the 1 of Togemon. I need another copy. This card came in super clutch against my friend who was playing purple. Because I played this, I was sure I was going to lose. And I Digivolved this on top of an Aruramon. Check top 3, hit a Ceresmon. It helps to have this card in the deck. I need more of it. Now what we're going to move on to is the ultimates, the level 5s. This is where things get a little tricky, because this first card goes down to 1 on April 1st. The level 5 Argomon. That's the only thing that annoys me about this deck, besides the fact that this card is so good that they had to basically ban it. The name of the ability changed. It is no longer download, it is Digisorption. Now, essentially what Digisorption is, download, I'm just going to call it download, is if I wanted to Digivolve into this from my hand, and I had a champion or another Digimon on board, I can either rest his target or another Digimon on my board, Digivolve into this for free. That's the only skill he has. His inheritable is what makes it broken. On swing, play a level 3 without paying its cost. It's ridiculous. The next download card that we play is 3 of Blossomon. Same thing as Argomon, except it doesn't have an inheritable, and it's a little stronger. Rest something on your board, Digivolve into this guy for free. And finally, the ugliest card in the deck, Rapidmon. He is literally the Gargomon and Kabuterimon, but as a level 5. So now your Ceresmon, if your ideal, is getting +2 for everything that's rested on your opponent's field. And you'll understand why that's good in a second, when I go into Big Mama Burb. Right, we're going to save Big Mama Burb. Right now we're going to go for the 2 of and the 2 tech choices. So first, the 2 of Bancho Stingmon. This is the Omnimon check. This card is really strong, really powerful. I love this card to pieces. I go over it in my Imperial Dramon deck, but for those of you that are seeing this for the first time instead of the Imperial Dramon deck, if anybody ever sees this, when it attacks, he's only a 9,000 attack, only a 9,000 DP. But when he attacks, if he attacks into a target that has at least 12,000 DP or more, he becomes a 16k attacker and gets security attack +2. Now you might be wondering, oh, why is that so good? That just wastes it. No, this guy has piercing. So this guy literally just kills Omnimon and rips 3 security away from your opponent. For it. It's great. I love this card. Now the tech choices. Argomon Mega. Security attack +1 for all of your rested Digimon. Digisorption 3. This card is too powerful for this deck. And his new form that comes out in set 4, set 5 is going to be even better. I love it. The final one of everybody should play one of these. Puppet. On play, he's an 11 cost. You can only get this effect if you do the 11 cost. Choose one card in your opponent, or one Digimon on your opponent's field. Rest it. Everything that is currently rested on their field when this card enters the field cannot stand during their next unsuspend phase. This card is ridiculous. And if your opponent is stupid enough to leave it on the board, every time it attacks, you gain a memory. And like I said, I only play one, because you don't need that much. Now we're going to move on to the boss monster, Ceresmon. Ceresmon is a 12 to play, 5 to digivolve, 12,000 attack level 6. I run 4. This is why. Digisorption -3. Okay, cool. You rest a card on your field. She becomes a 2 cost to Digivolve Mega. Already good. Your turn once per turn. When suspending Digimon for a Digisorption skill, you may suspend your opponent's Digimon instead. If I wanted to ruin my opponent's day, and I already had a bunch of Stingmon out, and they had an Omnimon that was just sitting there suspended, or unsuspended, and I had an ultimate on the field, Ceresmon, tap the ultimate, play the Argomon. Or not even tap the ultimate, tap the Omnimon, play the Argomon. Bunch of Stingmon swings into the Argomon. Ceresmon swings at security, Argomon swings at security. This deck is stupid. This deck does a lot of damage and a lot of shenanigans for no reason. And that's it for the Digimon. Next up, we're moving on to the option cards. 2 Flower Cannon. Because it's Flower Cannon. It is a really good option card that you always want to see in your security. When you check it for security, rest everything on your opponent's board that doesn't have blocker. Or you can play it for 2 from hand to rest something on your opponent's board. It's really good. Sorry, I'm tired. The only other card going on the ban list right now, as of April 1st. Hidden Potential discovered. This is a 0 drop that says the next time you would Digivolve into a green Digimon for this turn, you can suspend one of your Digimon to reduce the cost by 5. You can make Ceresmon free. Or Argomon free. Or bunch of Stingmon free. Anything in your deck becomes free with this card. That is why this card is getting limited to 1 on April 1st. And I need to double check that date. We have a tournament coming up at Locals Tuesday, and I'm strongly considering taking this. Because, like I said, this deck is undefeated. So far. This deck is ridiculously strong for no reason. But thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, thanks to the guys over at Draw Logic, who again are very good personal friends of mine, for hosting me and convincing me to put myself out there as a decklist guy for Digimon. Anyways, this has been my green Ceresmon deck. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a good one.